Hey man. Hey man, what's up? What's good, y'all? What's good? Where's the just chatting bar? Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Just the way plays the worst background music imaginable. Hey, never hate on the Sonic Rush OST. We're not doing this. I'm not standing for the disrespect. Because that OST is goated, alright? We're not going to play that. Also, because Sonic music doesn't get copyrighted. Granted, once again, not monetized, so it doesn't really matter. Well, welcome, one and all, ladies and gentlemen. It is your boy. And you know what? I was going to say Insane Game Freak, but technically that's a lie. Technically, it's your boy Schizomanic, but you know, we know what's going on here. We know the truth of the matter. It is indeed your boy, the Insane Gang Freak. 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 What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? The stream is brought to you by Mickey D's. I'm gonna stop. And some of y'all wonder why I don't drink. I can't be trusted. I can't be trusted sober, let alone alcohol. I feel like I make that joke all the time. I need to chill out. I need new material. That's what needs to happen. Anywho, welcome one and all to another stream where there hasn't been a lot of news. Any new news anyway. So I figured y'all still want to talk about some gaming related stuff. Let's just talk about what we can expect from the big three. And I know my anime fans are in the back like, you mean Naruto, Bleach, and One Piece? No, I don't mean Naruto, Bleach, and One Piece. You sure you don't mean Naruto? I don't mean Naruto, Bleach, and One. Please! No, listen. That's not what this is about, okay? That's not what this is about. We had to let this go. That was a different era in my life, okay? That's not what this is about. But anywho. So obviously Switch 2 leaks have gotten absurd. People out here leaking motherboards, leaking Joy-Cons, leaking schematics for the Death Ray. Sony trying to fight allegations of not trying to be a monopoly while also trying to be monopoly. Shh, don't tell nobody. And Xbox is talking about things they want to do but aren't going to do because it takes time and money. And by the time they're relevant of things that they should be doing, we won't care anymore. Spoiler, we don't care now. All right. They said Switch is using tech from 2018. Wouldn't really surprise me. By Big 3, do you just mean Nintendo? All right, Omar, relax. That's not what we're doing here, okay, guys? Relax. When I say Big 3, what I mean is Naruto, Bleach, One Piece. I'm terrible, y'all. But no. In all seriousness, I told you the stream is brought by Mickey D's. It's brought by the Big M, but not sponsored because, you know, I ain't got no money. They just took my money again, as I said. An Atari, yo. Retro, shouldn't you be moving, man? I'm just playing. I feel like licking a motherboard is kind of lame. I'm not into tech like that, so it doesn't matter to me. Turn the system on. That's the leak for me. Gang. Preach on my Xbox has no games. Good God. So Nintendo is the One Piece of the big three? Yes. Listen, y'all can't tell me you're not excited. I'm sick. Okay. As long as your boxes are packed, that's all that matters. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, listen. We can't pretend like Nintendo's the only one that matters, okay? We can't do that, alright? None of y'all are excited for $90 new IP? Is that what you're telling me right now? None of you excited for a woman with shaved head and a lightsaber sword? You're not excited for that, huh? Because guys, at least it's not a white guy with a gun. Come on. Come on. How many studios is Xbox gonna kill this year? I don't know, bro. Sony might take that crown from them, bro. I think Sony want to kill more studios, bro. And then this is still technically gaming news. Disney's trying to steal the soul of Sega again. Y'all don't want to see. Hi, this is Sonic the Hedgehog, and welcome to Disney Channel. Da 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 da. Gotta go fast. Woo! I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care. Oh Lord, that's terrible, Tyrone. You're a PlayStation owner. How could you not be excited for more Naughty Dog content? Actually, that's my stream request for Tyrone this year. I want him to play the original Last of Us on stream. I want him to play the new PS5 remake. Because, you know, we have a remake, a remaster, a port. And a PC port, actually. So, you have all the options in the world, Tyrone. I need you to play that Last of Us real quick. I need you to understand why Naughty Dog is so great. Can't wait for Nintendo and the Power lawsuit. You can't wait for a lawsuit? They should live stream it. Jesus Christ. You want them to live stream a lawsuit? More like not the dog. Jesus, Retro, you were sick, absolutely. I can confirm you were sick now, because good God. Listen, people don't take us seriously. There's only Nintendo fanboys in this chat, guys. There's 13 of you. It can't all be Nintendo fanboys. One of you's gotta like PlayStation. So who's gonna get on the platform and buy that PlayStation 5 Pro? Alright? Juice chose to be the martyr in our group. So somebody has to do it in my group, alright? Who's gonna get out there and buy that PS5 Pro and shill? Shill like you've never done before. Do people really still say Xbox is the best box? Like I think my problem is that the console itself is fine, but the company that made the console doesn't care about the console that they made. So it's kind of like, well, it's cool, and I like Game Pass, but like realistically, y'all kind of just wasting y'all time. At least he doesn't have to sleep at night knowing that he owns a Cookbox Series 1. Well, oh Lord. They should just port Spider-Man to Switch. They're porting it to PC at the end of this month. Spider-Man 2 will be on PC at the end of this month. Mario, shit. Master Chief would be the Halo on his head. Oh Lord. The Xbox comes in is more useful than the Xbox itself. Can I wear it like as a hat? Is that like one of its uses? Or can I just burn it at the stake like they did Jesus? Those disrespectful bastards. But no, let's have a serious conversation here. We're in 2025. It's a new year. It's some new content we get, new games, obviously, right? And people are excited for things like oh, that must be some dust on my screen. Yeah, there's dust on my screen. I looked at the preview of myself on here and I saw something black. I'm like, what is that? I turned around, it wasn't there. And then I realized I was looking at myself. All right, let me relax. It's not our fault that Nintendo's the only one putting out quality. Oh, Spider-Man 2, aka the game that won a few. Oh, no way. It's crazy. Spending all that money, giving Disney all that money to get the rights to use that game IP, and you ain't make a goddamn. Well, no, let me be fair. You made money, but it wasn't even like a Game of the Year. It wasn't a Game of the Year winner. It didn't win any category. That's crazy. Baldur's Gate was like, I don't know what the fuck you thought this was going. You thought you were gonna win this game, boy? Yeah, please. Your fan base is about to crash out. But that's about it. If I'm being honest, I got a computer capable of playing PC games now, and I don't see people game on the PC. I prefer consoles by far. I mean, the point is you have options, and the fact that you can technically use your PC, I pointed to my newly built PC. You can use that Um, I saw Retro's cough chord and it ruined me. God damn it! Switch Sports made more money than Spider-Man 2. Is that canon? Is that a canon event, Donnie? Donnie, pull up the numbers, huh? Oh, by the way, for those who don't understand how McDonald's work, you always eat the fries first. You always eat the fries first. Because we all know the fries get cold the quickest. Don, give me the numbers. How much more money did Nintendo Switch Sports make? Because I don't know how many people playing those tinky winky ass games, man. Did they not give me a straw? Oh, I was about to say. We're about to crash out for reals. I don't know. A child will buy a weekly allowance makes more than Concord. Oh my God. Did you leave the PS4 on? No. I put it back in the box. When Juice sent me the PS5, I put the PS4 back in the box. It was actually like right over here. Get in there. Oh, let me see. Let me see. Game dev. There's no way this made that much more. Let's see. Released on April 22. As of December 23, Nintendo Switch Sports sales were at 12.84 million copies, and since have gone up. While Switch Sports is deemed to be the worst version of Wii Sports, it holds more sales than Spider-Man 2 as of February 2024. Spider-Man 2 worldwide sales were sitting at about 10 million. The Sony exclusive was released October 2023. It sold 5 million in its first 11 days. Yes, Spider-Man 2 can still easily catch up to the Nintendo Switch Sport, but it comes as a surprise considering how popular the Spider-Man IP is. Another likely factor is that the Nintendo Switch continues to dominate sales, reaching 139 million units sold, and is on pace to reach the PlayStation 2. One thing for both games have in common is that they're exclusive to one platform. Eventually, Spider-Man 2 will come to PC, and it will help its sales. Switch Sports will ever be on the Switch platform and can attract more sales due to new console owners. That is absurd. That is absurd. Why? That is absurd. How in the world? That is a sad state of affairs, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you. You lose out to a game in a series that is not even the most popular title. But to be fair, actually, my question I always forget to ask: do people prefer Spider-Man 2 or Spider-Man 1? And the reason why I ask this is because I don't really hear a lot of conversation around Spider-Man 2 by itself. But that could be me just not looking. So it's a little crazy, but good God. Most like the first game before. Oh, it's High C. It's High C Omar. See, I'm a High C fruit punch kind of guy, but I guess McDonald's stopped serving fruit punch flavors specifically, and now they just serve the orange one. So this is how I get my High C fix. Because life is hard, and I hate it. This is actually, I feel like I should have put mukbang in the title because that's low-key what this is now. It's a mukbang and a normal like talking about game stream. But hey, we're here. We're here, ladies and gentlemen. Anywho, let's start. Also, they actually had apple pies in. Bro, this is life you live. Some of you might go, well, why are you eating an apple pie? You just drunk High C? Those are both sugars. Well, this is why I eat this and then I eat the next thing and then I can drink the drink. Because if you drink the High C after eating an apple pie, you're going to ruin one of them. It's usually the drink. So, yeah. Yeah, that hits. Absolutely hit. Sorry. So, let's have a fair conversation. Like, no BS. So, we know Nintendo has a new console coming out this year. We know that more likely we will get that console announced probably in the next. I'm going to be really lenient here and say we'll get an announcement at least within the next 6 months, and a release probably in the 6 months after that. In the 6 months after that. Now, if I want to be perfectly honest here, I think we're going to get an announcement by the end of this month, and we'll probably get the console released like in April. That's where I'm at personally, but because we don't know, I can't just say that as a fact, right? Now, this console, one, we already know that this original Switch, Nintendo has a very roller coaster history when it comes to console sales, right? I would say, of course, the original NES did well, but there's been drop-offs. Like, if I remember right, it was the NES was like at the top, and then the Super NES kind of went down, and then the N64 went down, and then the GameCube went really fucking down, and then the Wii went all the way up here, and then the Wii U went all the way down here. And then the Switch went all the way back up here. Like the last couple of consoles, it's been very much woo, woo, woo. That's what it's been. And so, of course, people are like, well, if it's a sequel to the Switch, they can't really mess that up, which is true. But we also said it's a sequel to the Wii U. They couldn't mess that up, and we saw how that happened. Now, there was a difference because of the thought process. And I want to address the Wii to Wii U transition because I think it's important to going into the Switch transition. The Wii U is a console that is unfortunately a rush console that's also late. It's a very weird catch-22 situation for a console. What I mean when I say this, I need to eat this because I'm gesticulating with a fucking apple pie and it's weird. What I'm saying is that the Wii U was late in terms of when it came out, because Nintendo was talking about it for like a year before it released. The other problem is Nintendo wasn't even ready for games development for the console. You can painfully see that the Wii U was meant to be carried by third party for a little bit until Nintendo got its shit together. But that was banking on third party to support Nintendo. And I'm going to be real about it. I think everyone should have told them that was a stupid bet to make, because shitting on the Wii U, banking on a Nintendo console to gain the high favor of the third party that they haven't had since maybe the GameCube. Maybe the GameCube. And it just didn't work out. And I think it would have been a little bit better if the PS4 and Xbox One hadn't came out like a year or two later than it was like a year later, because the Wii U came out 2012 and PS4 came out 2013. It didn't help. So it was late in terms of power, it was late in terms of Nintendo, and it was late in terms of power and Nintendo were like the two things. Nintendo wasn't ready for it. They were behind their competition when they released their new products. And, of course, marketing confusion. Those are like the three major things. The other reason why I say it's too early is because it's obvious that that console was meant to be competition for the PS3 and 360. The problem is that you were implying the PS3 and 360 weren't going to get changed out anytime soon. Spoiler, they got changed out like a year later. And it was like, bro, why did you put yourself in this position? The long story short of it was, you're fucking stupid. So I want this to be perfectly real. The Wii U has shown Nintendo can easily drop the ball, and there's already been talk of Switch fatigue for like the last year. I don't think it's nowhere near as Wii fatigue. Don't get it twisted. Wii fatigue was a problem for like 3 years, if we're going to be real about it. The Wii fatigue dropped off in like 09, 010. And then you kept that console living from 09 to like 2012, and you didn't even put any real content out in 2012. I think Skyward Sword was the last like Nintendo major release you put out. And it was like, damn. All right. Now, the good news is you're still putting out Switch content that's still getting sold at a relatively well. So it's not like the console is dead and that people aren't looking for Nintendo, because you've been consistently putting content out, which is important, because if your name is not in people's mouths, they won't care. You also have a movie coming out next year. So any Mario title you release next year or near the release of the movie is going to do well as well. And then on top of that, I would like to say you looked at the Switches. I mean, you looked at the Wii U's failings and said we're not doing that again, because there have been rumors that Nintendo are just sitting on games. They're just sitting on certain titles and IPs, waiting until the new console comes out, which is what you're supposed to do. It's like saving money. Like, that's the way I describe it as. When you save money, you do not, even if you're paying bills, you do not pay everything to where you're broke afterwards and you've given out everything that you can. Because if some shit happens, like a car blows up or something happens to your house, you have a rainy day fund. Nintendo essentially, theoretically, has rainy day games. It's like, listen, we don't necessarily have the next Mario or the next Pokemon or the next Zelda or the next Splatoon or the next Smash ready yet. So we're going to just play in the grass a little bit. Remember that whole infamous thing with, I think it was with Smash Wii U? It's either Wii U or Brawl. I think it was Wii U, where they announced they were going to have Smash before Sakurai even knew they were developing another Smash. And then they just started developing it like the next couple years afterwards. And it was like, why is Sakurai out of the loop? It's because because Nintendo knew what the fuck they were doing. So people are more excited about a Switch 2, particularly because I think Nintendo is going to handle it better. Also hearing things like it's backwards compatible. The Nintendo Switch Online stuff is going to carry over. Because as every Nintendo fan knows, we are not trying to do repeats again, okay? We're tired of starting over. We did it with the Wii. We did it with the Wii U. We did it with the Switch. It's like, bro, at 3 times in a row. Who's calling me, man? It's probably my mother. Oh, Lord almighty. Hello? No. Mom, chill out. Mom, chill out. Mom, just go. Mom, relax. Mom, relax. All right, bye. I love you. She's in a good mood. Don't you love when your family calls you for things that don't have anything really directly to deal with you? She literally called me to complain about my sister. I love it. Anywho, where was I? Well, actually, let me read the chat. I missed this. Nintendo Switch just needs Fortnite and it's over for everyone. The biggest problem with me with the Wii U is it only showing the gameplay for a while and people getting confused. But it was in the video. I mean, Sakurai is out there cooking with his secret project. Must have been a sizzle reel because I swear I don't remember seeing a console. Let's go. Yeah, it's always the cameo. But what I'm saying is, I think people are more excited for the Switch 2 partially because Nintendo, for the most part, has stayed in everybody's good graces this generation. God damn. Nintendo has stayed in pretty much everyone's good graces the majority of this generation. Also, if you're wondering what I'm eating next, it's the nuggies. It's the 6-piece nuggies with honey mustard sauce. Just like I said, this is impromptu turned into a mukbang. But realistically, what is the most negative news from Nintendo this generation? Because from my understanding, I guess it's the Power lawsuit. It's the disappointment with the online. Maybe some annoyance with the port rehashes. But Nintendo has had a relatively unoffensive record during this whole thing. The only thing that's come up recently is some weird censorship stuff, though, which I don't know if that's just in general or specifically Nintendo changing its policies again, because as we've seen with Sony, we love to change those policies and then not tell us, and then we just find out when games start not showing up. I know Donnie knows what I'm talking about. It's what games are they? Donnie, what games was it that somewhat recently got confirmed to be censored on Nintendo? No, they just weren't coming out on Switch in the States. I forget what they are. So I really hope that's not getting ringed back into, because God, I'm so tired of the censorship wars. I think it didn't mean as much when I wasn't aware of it, but now, now that I'm more aware of it, it's a problem. The Neptunia games. Neptunia. I feel like I'm saying that wrong. I might be saying it wrong. But yeah, the saga with those games. So that has the potential to be a problem, but we'll see. Also, people are annoyed that they're using the American version of Xenoblade Chronicles X, which I think isn't that the same problem for Tokyo Mirage Sessions port too, I think. So, we'll see. We'll see if it becomes a real problem, but the point is, people are just excited. We know we're getting Metroid this year. Well, yeah. We're hoping we get Metroid this year. We have a new console coming out. We have a new Pokemon game coming out. We may potentially be getting Gen 10 this year, which I know how people feel about it. But let's be real here. A lot of the Pokemon fan base is going to be excited because new Pokemon game. Let's just be real about that, okay? I'm not necessarily saying you should be. I'm just saying that's what's going to happen. Knowing how popular Pokemon is, people will be excited no matter what. So going into 2025, people. I mean, Nintendo has relatively strong wave to ride right now. All they really need to do is just release shit. Just start releasing something. Oh yeah, and Layton too. Nah, I would bet Gen 10 is coming 2026 for 30th anniversary. That would make sense. But Game Freak doesn't always want to make sense. That's all I'm going to say on that. I'm going by patterns. They always release a mainline game every 3 years. You have 2020, what was it? 2022 with Scarlet and Violet. It's been 3 years. 2025, I would assume we're getting that. We got Gen 8, we got Sword and Shield in 2019. We got Sun and Moon in 2016. We got X and Y in 2013. We got Black and White in 2010. We've been getting them every 3 years for like the last decade. Until proven otherwise, I'm going to go with that theory and assume we're going to get one this year. I'm not saying I want one or need one, but I know if I'm following the pattern, that's what will happen. We haven't really had a 4-year gap since, I want to say, Diamond and Pearl. I want to say from DP to Black and White. That was the only 4-year gap we had. And during that period, I believe we got a lot of spin-off content. Yeah, I know. Sun and Moon was 2016, and then Galar was 2019. That's 3 years. Like, we got 2019 is when we got Galar. And then 2022 was when we got Scarlet and Violet. It's been 3 years consistently. The last time it was 4 years was DP to Black and White. The Black and White was 2010. I mean, we'll see, Ryan. I'm not tripping either way. Because no matter what, we're getting a Pokemon game this year anyway. I would like ZA to stand on its own 2 feet, but we'll see. Well, they might do some fuck shit. We'll see. But long story short, Nintendo has this really nice wave to chill on as we slide into 2025 and deal. Now, let's look at PlayStation. You just released the PlayStation Portal, the PlayStation Pro, the PlayStation 5 Digital Edition, the slim version of it. We have like 3 or 4 new SKUs for PlayStation for just different fucking console variants. They need to release a mainline on the decade anniversary of their fuck. I mean, we'll see. So with PlayStation, we have that. Their major games, their platformer, Astrobot has been very highly praised and well awarded recently. And that's good news because now you have no reason to say I don't want them to get a sequel because you see how well your fucking game just did, right? This is what happens when you invest in IPs that may not necessarily be AAA, but are strong as fuck AA. So now that you have money there, the thought process should be you get a sequel in maybe like a couple of years. In theory. Now we also know from 2024, PlayStation has no qualms of putting things out to die because of terrible decisions. What's up, Sorosan? And that would be looked at as the Concord situation. We also know that Sony's been on some weird money grubbing bullshit the last couple of, like I would say the last year to two, with the whole raising PSN prices without offering you anything new. Charging you separately for a stand and a disk drive on a Pro system. The Pro system not even being up to par when it released, and they had to do patches to make it work. Same thing with the Portal. Portal not being up to par when it's released, and then to do patches to make it better. Even though the patches just make it mid because, hey, you know what I love to do with my new portable console? Pay for a subscription service just to enjoy games without the PS5. Woo! Also the lack of just releases in general, bro. Just want to say hi. I'll be watching the play later, but we got supporting my boy. Appreciate it, Sorsan. Thank you for dropping by. Like PlayStation this don't really put out enough first party titles. Like if I had a PlayStation, it would be a handful of first party titles and mostly third party. That's perfectly true and fair. I'm not going to disagree with you on that, okay? They have a couple of titles that I got excited about. And then they announced PC ports. For example, when you sent me the PS5, the first thing he got me was PlayStation. He got me Stellar Blade. But this was after that Sony already announced that Stellar Blade was coming to fucking PC this year, actually. And you're like, oh, great. Whoop-de-doo. You got what? Spider-Man 2 coming out at the end of this month on PC. Great. God of War is already on PC. Great. Horizon Forbidden West is already on PC. Great. And people act like this isn't a big deal, but considering PC gaming has gotten more popular over time, you are less inclined to buy a console when it'd be different if you were putting them on like something that didn't catch a lot of steam, right? Something that's just kind of chilling in the back that people know about, but no one really wants to go through the hassle of having, which then of course brings up the question, why do it in the first place? But the issue is you're putting them on a platform that has been gaining steam, no pun intended, for like the last decade. It's gotten more and more popular. There has not been a drop off in interest in playing on PC. So when you have a drop off, when your console isn't selling as well as your predecessor, your games are selling not enough to justify the money you're putting them into, and you're also taking those games that aren't selling enough and putting them on a platform that has gotten more and more and more and more popular. My thought process goes, why are you still making consoles, right? And we're hitting the 5th year? We're going into the 5th year of the PlayStation 5, and the game that would be getting people excited is a Naughty Dog title that, regardless of the quality of the game, is a really bad first showing. There is no one looking at that Naughty Dog game trailer and going, that's it. That got me excited. If you took the Naughty Dog name off of that, the people who are faking excitement wouldn't even do that, okay? And that's just me being honest, okay? We're not gonna sit here and pretend like, oh, fucking the new game is killing it. I don't remember the name of the game, okay? That's how little I care. And I'm not like a Sony fanboy by any means, but every other IP they've had has had some type of draw to it. Last of Us has had some sort of draw to it. Uncharted had some sort of draw to it. And then I go and turn the corner and look at this bald-headed chick being able to fight aliens. And I think what makes this worse is when you realize they haven't put out anything since Last of Us 2. Right? It has been 5 going on 6 years. And the question then comes up as, it's been 5 to 6 years going into, and this is what you showed us, a teaser. You didn't even show us gameplay. Bro. Some people could accept the character not looking good, but bro, You didn't even show us gameplay footage. Yo! It's such a shame, bro. And so going into 2025, now some of you guys can help me out in the chat. What are we looking forward to from PlayStation? Not third party. That's a whole other conversation. What are you looking forward to PlayStation in 2025? Because right now I don't know. Of those F's, you know what I'm not gonna say. F Naughty Dog. Jesus Christ. Those comments were vile. Of course, Naughty Dog had the comments off. People think that they have the right to insult you online. I mean, they have the freedom to. Not necessarily that they should, but they have the freedom to. That's the freedom of the internet, that I can do what I want. Not saying I should, but you know. What? But my question is, long story short, what are PlayStation fans looking forward to in 2025 that is first party from Sony? Because I think we don't have anything of note. I don't think at all. I'll actually go look while you guys are talking about it, though. Wait, what? Oh yeah, Ghost of Yotei. I think that is another one. That one has relatively good buzz. It's a sequel to Ghost of Tsushima. That's a fair one. I know people are gonna bring let me see. That's all third party. Good god damn. Oh, let's see. PlayStation has their own site. What we got? Ghost of Yotei. We just know it's coming out this year. We don't know anything specific about when it's coming out. We just know it's coming out this year. We don't have any. Oh my god, no, don't care. Hell Is Us. I don't even know if we know anything about this one either. It's just been announced. We don't know if it's coming, when it's coming out in 2025. It's just coming out. And they've already jumped right in the third party with Assassin's Creed Shadows, Doom the Dark Ages, Death Stranding 2, Little Nightmares 3, Like a Dragon, which are games that, nothing against those games, but like, I'm talking about Sony projects here. What is this even for? Once again, all these are just 2025 games. We have no idea when these games are coming out. And that's nothing, not saying that we know the release dates for Nintendo games either, but most of this is third party. If you are a Sony fan, you have one title. You have one title right now that you know you're getting, and you're just like Ghost of Yotei. And I'm glad to see that they're putting effort into a sequel of a game that did well. Even though I think Ghost, and I would like to hope that Ghost wasn't too expensive to make. I know it was cheaper than Spider-Man, so goddamn. I'm waiting for Insomniac to come out and save the day again. That's another thing that Sony's big issue is that Insomniac has been their workhorse this whole generation. If there's any positive thing you should say about Sony, is that Insomniac has been holding them down consistently. If Sony ever did anything to Insomniac, which I think, are they downsizing studios? Someone correct me if I'm wrong. But the one thing you should never do is act like Insomniac wasn't out here saving y'all's ass consistently. Sony was out there. Insomniac has been out there consistently holding Sony down. Between Miles, between Spider-Man 2, between Ratchet and Clank. We know we got Wolverine coming. It's like, bro, they have been in your bag this whole time. Don't you touch them. Leave them alone. But let them not be stuck on Marvel games moving forward, okay? They actually have multiple IPs, okay? Let them do other stuff. Don't lock them into this fucking this Marvel, it's Marvel baby mentality, because it's gonna burn you in the long run. I suspect Intergalactic will be a great game, but the main character being bald will be the bigger story than the game somehow. If the character being bald is the problem, that means your game isn't as good as it needs to be. I'm just be real with you. The bald character wouldn't matter if the game looked cool. The problem is you didn't show me enough of the game, therefore people latched on to the next thing like, bro, we've been waiting 5 years for this, and also, look at this ugly ass main character. And people are going to be sitting in the back going, Neil Druckmann. And people already aren't happy. Like, let's get it twisted. Last of Us 2, although is not a negatively reviewed game, it's not more positively received than the first one either. Most people look at Last of Us 2 as a drop-off from Last of Us 1. With that being acknowledged, you're on a downtick. Maybe not show us a new title that people don't immediately be like, damn, that's 5 years for this? That you never want anyone to say that. 5 years for this? 4 years for this? 6 years for this? Like, no one wants to say that. But that's what they got people out here saying. That's what they got them out here saying. So, going into this year, what I would like from Sony, and what I would expect the plan to be from Sony, especially because Sony even admitted that they are spending too much money on these big ass titles. But Sony kind of catch-22 themselves. And I guess we should look at Sony's last couple of consoles as an understanding of what's been going on. But let me do this first. These apple pies be hitting, bro. God damn. God damn. But let me explain Sony's history a little bit. The probably get an understanding here. So, PS1 success, PS2 success. It was kind of like this: PS1, PS2, PS3. PS3 kind of floundered for a couple years, but it regained momentum, and then PS4 higher. Now it never reached the heights of the PS2, right? The PS2 was up here. PS4 and PS3 got around this little area. They never really did better, and then PS5 has just been kind of working its way up. But once again, PS2 is all the way up here. It's working its way up to just catch up to the PS3 and PS4, right? Because I think they're at like 60 million, and I think the PS3 ended on like 100 or so, and I think the PS4 ended around like over that. And the reason why this is important is that although for the most part they've been on a relatively decent upward momentum or consistency, the problem kicks in when you look at their title and the releases they were giving you, right? PS1 was getting its foot in the dirt, so of course building some sort of like, what my IPs are this, that, and the third. What are we going to be known for? PS2 just gave you a lot of content, like a lot. You literally had anything and everything on the PlayStation 2. So no one can say anything about the PS2 not having X, Y, and Z. It had everything. It may not have had the best version of certain games, but it had everything, right? The PS3 is the beginning of the downtick, where we lost a bunch of IPs into the ether and they just didn't get reused anymore. But we did get some new IPs that became just as beloved, and people used to say that bullshit about how PlayStation is growing up with the gamer. Okay, bet. But they made some stupid fucking decisions. They got a little bit too overzealous and it burned them financially, right? They eventually made it up, but I know they lost a decent amount of money in doing so. And then we get to the PS4. And people hate when I say this about the PS4. The PS4 is a console that succeeded off of doing the bare fucking minimum. The PS4 wasn't crazy innovative. The PS4 wasn't crazy in any other way than just being a more powerful console. It did nothing else. The only reason why the PS4 blew up the way it did was because the other two of his competition fumble the bag so hard. The Wii U fumbled the bag ridiculously hard, and Xbox was already on the downtick from the 360, and just it's spiraled. The Xbox One, in a lot of ways, I argue, is the beginning of the end for Xbox as a company. But that's a whole other thing. We'll get into that in a second. But like those two spiraling, people went, well, I mean, this is the only console I really think is worth a damn. And to a degree, they were right. But if you judge the PS4 on its own merits and don't compare it to the Wii U or the Xbox One, it's it's not doing anything crazy. It's not doing anything crazy at all, actually. It coasted. When the PS4 was selling, even the main guys were like, we don't know why it's selling. We know why? Because it didn't. The only reason why it was selling is because people wanted to buy something, and it was the only thing that was available that seemed like a good money proposition, which it was, but that's literally all the PlayStation had going for it. It was just okay, and it didn't do anything bad. But once again, if you were paying attention, you lost more IPs from the PS3 and only gained like a couple going into the new generation. And the PS5 is now seeing the of the diminishing returns, right? Because although it's another console that's essentially coasting, I'll give it a little bit more credit. I think it's done a little bit more than the PS4 was doing, right? But it's still another coasting type of console. It wasn't available much when it released. You weren't releasing a lot of content. We've gotten even less content than we got on the PS4, which was less content than the PS3, which was less content than the PS2. You've gotten less and less content going into these last three consoles with a better controller, with a worse battery life, but better controller overall. I'll give the PS5 its props, right? And with weirder money decisions. Because now, we got cloud gaming, but I'm going to make you pay for it. I'm gonna charge you on it, buddy. You're gonna have to make more money. You got, and then doing these crazy big budget titles that realistically they can't afford consistently. Hence why they were talking about it last year. Yeah, we gotta make more, we gotta increase profits and lower costs. But you can't do that because you've built a console on being a graphical powerhouse. So now everything you put out has to reach that standard, and you're over here looking at the walls going, dog, I can't cut the bill. Disney. It's probably the reason why they're starting to look at other avenues to make money, like with anime and stuff, or buying other companies. But we also know that Sony has a weird thing about cutting off certain aspects of itself. I would like to say what PlayStation is currently doing is what Pokemon does, which is denying a part of itself, like we're stupid and we don't know. For example, Sony moved itself mainly out of Japan, mostly, and went over here to the States, and then kind of just killed all those development studios that were in Japan and just burned the bridge over there, which is weird because you're a Japanese company, but they like to appeal to Americans, whatever. Just like Pokemon doesn't want people to realize it's an anime, even though any person who knows better knows it's an anime. And what creates the problem is that now you can't afford the narrative you created for yourself, and you're giving us less of what we want. And you're still having your little victories, don't get it twisted, but the overall output and quality we've gotten has just gone like this, and then like this, and then like this. It's unlike Xbox, which just fucking spiraled around that bitch. That's why it doesn't look as bad. Xbox went like, whoo, like the Tower of Terror ride at Disney. That's what it's like. It's Tower of Terror. When you come out to the elevator, they open up the doors and you can see the whole park. Woo! That's it. That's it. Whereas fucking Sony is like a leaf falling in the wind. A leaf doesn't just fall straight down. It kind of rocks back and forth, but getting lower each time. That's what PlayStation has been. So going into 2025, I would like to say they're investing in more AA experiences like Astrobot. The problem is it's only been a year, and Astrobot came out late last year. So anything they would be trying to do, we wouldn't see until like another couple of years. So whatever they've been working on is the stuff we're going to slowly start seeing get released. Now, Ghost of Yotei is a game that should help you coast for a bit, but bruh, that's the only thing that's coming out. We just gonna be on that lowering down tick, And it's not going to get any better. It's going to be woo, 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 woo. Then you're just going to fall out of favor. So, that's PlayStation. Give your thoughts while I grab my last food item. Some of you guys are like, bro, you still eating? Shut up. Damn, there were fries at the bottom of the bag. Damn it, they're cold. It was only 2. Last thing is, I don't really get Big Macs from McDonald's. I get fish fillets. Woo. Also, remember to pace yourself so you have drink left over for the big guns, because this is bread. And then this is breaded fish. It's a lot. But yeah, give me your thoughts and opinions if you agree, disagree, of how I analyze PlayStation. I'm not excited for anything right now, and I fear I won't be because of how long it's going to take them to learn a lesson they should have already known, which is the more you spend, the more you have to expect everybody to buy. Like, Nintendo can make AA games and only sell 3 million, and that's the biggest in the series. That's a fucking success story. That's also because they didn't spend $3 million to make the goddamn game. Sony, on the other hand, can sell 12 million copies and be like, that was a disappointment. Why? Because you spent like 50 million to make the game. So selling 12 million doesn't cover costs. Hell, like, it's just ugh. It's bad. It's bad. With these, I have to like hold the box under my hand, because if I don't, I run the risk of the tartar sauce like falling on my floor and shit. You know, nobody wants that. But yeah, it's a bad situation, bro. But yeah, give your thoughts on PlayStation. Otherwise, we're gonna have to talk about Xbox. God damn, I don't want to talk about Xbox. Lord almighty. When's Sony's next showcase? Have they even announced it yet? I don't think they've announced it yet. Realistically, all 3 companies should be doing something this month. All 3 companies should be doing something this month. Hell, Xbox fans are still waiting on damn Fable. The fuck? The Xbox fans are like, where Fable at? Oh, that McDonald's is definitely going to take me out, bro. It's definitely going to take me out. But yeah. But yeah, the important thing is now is to go ahead and address Xbox. Oh, God. I'm going to really have to look this one up. I own the console. I'm going to have to look this one up. Hold on. Because Xbox did not have a great year, but Xbox hasn't had a good year in a long fucking time. Wow. I looked up Xbox 2025 games and got eBay listings. What the fuck? All right, let's see. No, that's not how that works, Melvin. You know that. So let's look. Let's look. This, if we're just going through games we're getting this month, we got Legend of Subway, London Play, Sea Fantasy. I'm trying to look at some Donkey Kong. Oh yeah, Donkey Kong thing comes out comes out this month. So Nintendo already technically has a game for this month. It's a port, yeah, but still. The Final Fantasy Rebirth getting ported as well. See, these are game releases, and that's not really what I want. I want like Xbox's 2025. What is this? What game did they add? What is this? Oh, these are just games added to Game Pass. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Come on. I need Xbox. What do we have for Xbox in 2025, bro? All right, here we go. Is this what I'm looking for? Let me see. Come on. We got. Oh, that's Doom, but that's not what I want. We're still waiting on Fable. That currently doesn't have a release date. We just got a 2025 game. Oh, we don't have anything, bro. What the fuck? I think Avowed is it. Avowed is the only like major thing, and that's in mid-February. Jesus Christ. So, I guess the easiest thing to do with Xbox to approach this in a respectable way is to go through the history book like I did for the other one. So Xbox came out with the OG Xbox, which had the one advantage of being better than the GameCube, but not better than the PS2. Which isn't that bad considering the PS2 was like a goddamn jackknife all the way up in the air, right? And then the 360 came out, and I'm gonna be real with you. My feelings towards the 360 is very different from everyone else's. My issue with the 360 is that it's a piece of shit as a hardware console. It had way too many problems, way too many faults. The thing was generally just not a good console, right? But it sold and did extremely well because it was very hard hitting out the gate. And as of now, it is still Microsoft's most successful console, even though I imagine it didn't make them really much money because of all the fucking hardware problems and all the little warranties and fixes they had to do because, you screwed up a console, right? But it still did well, but it did create practices in the industry that I absolutely... Like, people don't understand. Xbox is probably my least favorite of any company that's been in the gaming industry because of how scummy they were. Xbox started money hatting, which became a practice that Sony picked up. Like the stupid younger brother it was, even though it did better than him. It was like, bro, now we can just buy out. We can just buy commercials. We can buy exclusive rights for certain games. We could just straight out buy games. And it created this really toxic environment in the gaming community for a long time. When people think of toxicity, it's Xbox that caused all that, okay? People need to be 100% honest with themselves. Xbox is the cause for a lot of toxicity in the gaming industry. But it is what it is. We can't do anything else about it now because people bought into the console. So now we have to take the L that is the toxic ass gaming community that was created by Xbox with their shitty fucking console. But the 360 financially did well, even though it came in third place. It still lost. It lost to a struggling Sony. And it kind of went the same way Nintendo did in the sense that it had a really strong opening, even though the Wii's was stronger, but it had a really strong opening, barring its hardware problems. And then we hit fucking, what was it? I want to say 2009, 2010. That seemed to be like the transition year for all three console manufacturers, just in different ways. In 2010, Xbox kind of just stopped trying for a while. I moved out like 2 years, well, almost 3 years ago now. I moved out in 2022, Kaiki. But yeah, Xbox in 2010 just kind of stopped trying. I think when they start copying the Wii with the Kinect and the PlayStation Move, which were good products and they did well, they kind of checked out on just gaming normally. And I think it burned Xbox more than anybody. Xbox literally never recovered from that era. And it continues to this day. Because not only did they stop making as many games, they weren't even really putting out anything exclusive. Exclusives died for the Xbox brand in 2011. I want to say 2011 is when it died. And then they announced the Xbox One. Holy shit. What a PR marketing nightmare. And they never really recovered. Oh, if you don't have internet, you should go get that great system called the Xbox 360. Oh, no. We're going to put out some exclusive content. What about Rise, Son of Rome? It's not great, but at least it's exclusive. Sunset Overdrive. Okay, that one's pretty good. And then in the middle of that one, when they were trying to get their foot back in the door, let's do Xbox Game Pass. What the hell is that? I think we're just going to start putting things on PC. What? Yeah, we're just going to start putting things on PC. Xbox, you're not making enough content. What do you mean put things on PC? I think we would just make more money if we put things on PC. Oh, buddy, I hope you realize this isn't smart. Well, we're not making any money. Why don't you release some new games? What about State of Decay 3 or State of Decay 2? No. What about Crackdown 3? No. And it just never got better. It never got better. My God, it never got better. Jesus Christ. Oh, Lord. And the Xbox One was just a failure on like every level. Even the Wii U that was selling less than it had better exclusive experiences on the platform. And then they started losing, and they started giving games to us. Fucking Ori, the Ori games, Cuphead, fucking Super Lucky's Tale, Hellblade. We just started, and going into the Xbox Series X, you made a better console, had better PR for the console, but no one cares about the brand anymore because you don't have anything that people could get excited about the brand. What about Halo Infinite? Cool, it's actually a relatively decent game. You're gonna support the rest of it and help it finish itself? No. Oh no. Let me guess, another Forza. Okay, that's fine, but people want to play. Like people say Mario is redundant. Forza is redundant. You're getting 2 Forza games that are different, and just rotating them bitches every other year, and you're just like, oh, this is wonderful. What about Flight Simulator? We're gonna start buying companies. Are they gonna make good games? Well, they were already working on a game, so that game will be good. Cool. Wow, Hi-Fi Rush came out. That's a good game. That's a cool game. Maybe invest it in it, make it an IP, a long-running IP that we fucking won awards on in its year of coming out. We're gonna close the studio. You couldn't do nothing with the IP? Well, we're gonna give it back to the developers. Microsoft, I'm happy for Tango, but I'm mad at you because it sounds like you don't want to make money. No, we want to make money. No, you don't. You don't want to make fucking money. What Xbox wants to do is make everything an Xbox and then not make any money. But what about Game Pass? That's doing well. Yeah, but Game Pass is doing well partially because you have to buy into other developers to put their games on the service to make the service worthwhile. So my question then to you is, how much money did you spend to keep certain games on the service? We're not disclosing any information. Of course you're not disclosing the information. Stupid. But why'd you do it? And so every time I talk about Xbox, I get angrier and sadder and sadder. But you bought the Xbox Series X, Terrell. You must really want to be invested in Xbox. No, I wanted to give them a fair shot. And the fair shot is this. This is the best console they've ever made, and they don't know how to market it. They don't know how to promote it. They don't know how to get people to buy it. And then they sit there and release these shitty fucking products and act like it's somebody else's problem. No, release better you are the one who created this toxic game environment, and then you couldn't hang, and then we all had to deal with the shit you made in the bed of the gaming industry, and now we have to fucking deal with it. That's the reason why Sony was ass for so long. And we lost things like Capcom to this goddamn money-heading bullshit. You know how long Square's been trying to get bought by fucking Sony, and Sony won't do it, and Square just figured that out like last year and was like, we think we're going to make games multi-platform again. Oh, really? I wonder why. Was it because Sony didn't buy you? Yeah, that's what I thought. Dickhead. God damn. Game Pass is good about their shit games. Xbox will always be the worst part of the gaming industry. I'm gonna be real with you. And I hate to acknowledge that while owning their console, but that's literally how it is. They are the worst company in the gaming industry to the point that it generally makes me angry how much we as a community has suffered through a bunch of stupid fucking actions. We can put out shitty hardware and still make money. We can insult our gamers and still make money. And now that they're failing, that means we've lost a pillar. But let's be real here. Xbox stopped being a pillar for the gaming industry in like 2010. What they are now is that side chick that everyone knows about and knows that she's been ran through. But hey, you know, it's still good head though. I hate it. I hate how bad they are. I hate it. This console right here on the corner of my eye right here. Not a bad product by itself. But why would I ever need to buy it? Why would I ever need to buy it? Oof. Xbox went through the bare minimum and made no attempt to try to build an identity like they did during the OG Xbox and some of the 360 era. Oh, absolutely. They fought, and it kind of makes me mad because essentially it's them underestimating the gaming industry. They literally just thought at a certain point in the race, all we need to do is just let games come out. It doesn't matter if it's from us. It doesn't matter if it's exclusive to us. And you know what happened? They stopped caring about it. Actually, they don't realize half of the reason why they got burned by PlayStation in the 2010s is because they stopped caring about exclusives. Some of you might ask, well, how is that, Terrell? Well, if anyone knows, when the 360 came out, games like BioShock were fucking exclusive to the 360. And then they lost that entire shit. That's the money-heading bullshit I was talking about before. They lost all that exclusivity before the generation was over. And what happened? All those games got ported to PlayStation. And what happened? PlayStation got a second win off of, obviously fixing their console, releasing a slim version, and coming out with some hard-hitting IPs, right? Hard-hitting exclusive IPs. So they burned themselves. You lost the exclusives you started with. You weren't making new exclusives. And your competition got all the games that made you pop off in the first place. And then you went into the next generation with exclusives, but half of them were bad. They were all bad, bro. State of Decay was ass. And they had the nerve to have a fucking Xbox showcase later on and go, are you guys excited about State of Decay 3? No! State of Decay 2 was dog shit. The game was an embarrassment. And every good game you had, I didn't have to buy your console to play it. Cuphead, Switch. Hellblade, Switch. Super Lucky's Tale, PC, fucking PlayStation, Switch. Ori and the Blind Forest, Will of the Wisp, Switch. What the fuck? Sunset Overdrive, PC. Hi-Fi Rush, PlayStation. Psychonauts 2 PlayStation. What the fuck? Why did you do this? And then I gotta sit up here like a jackass and be like, well, what are you guys gonna do for next year? Well, we got Halo. Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out, bro. Get the fuck out. I'm so done with it. Fucking just what? What? Bruh. I hate it. I hate talking about it. Xbox will never. I hate it because there's never anything positive to say. They don't even have IPs to get excited about. What Xbox IP are you excited about that they're touching? We have Avowed in February. That'll be on fucking PC. We'll have another fucking Forza title. And then we'll have Gears. Oh, that's right. We are getting Gears again. And that'll be on PC. Hell, that might be on PlayStation in a year. Holy shit. But they bought Call of Duty, Terrell. Sure. Cool. That's great. But is that enough for you to get excited for the console in 2025? What? Ooh, shit, dog. Are you excited for the console in 2025, y'all? Are you excited for the brand in 2025? Oh, Lord. All Xbox really needs to do is just make some games. It's crazy to me that of all the things that's stunting Xbox, it's not anything crazy like money. You know what it is? Making the game. Just make a game and keep it on your platform. That's it. That is it. That is literally it. Make a game and keep it on the motherfucking platform. That's all they gotta do. And they won't do it. They will not do it. They refuse to do it. What they like to do is make a bunch of mediocre experiences that doesn't catch anybody's fucking attention. And that's the other thing. How did you make your console not matter? You're not putting out enough worthwhile titles, and your console doesn't fucking matter. I didn't know there was a way to kill both lanes of the game console. You killed the interest in the console itself and the interest in your ability to make games. Who gives a shit? Whatever you release, we'll be excited to play on something else if it's good. If it's good. Fucking, what about Fable, Terrell? When's it gonna come out? Huh? When's it coming out? It's coming out this year? Can it release and get good reviews? And the crazy part is they've had years where they've had good stuff. Starfield, regardless of what people say, is at least a good game. It may not be a great game. It may not be an amazing game. But Starfield was at least a good game, right? Fucking falling to the wayside. It's been like a couple of years. Ooh, bro. It is absurd where we're at. I will say that is the brand I openly hate probably the most. I hate it because to me, it did nothing for the industry. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. It either just maintained or made shit worse. And in most cases, it was the latter. It made shit worse. Oh my Lord. What was the game that came? Was it Back for Blood or am I thinking of something else? No, it was no, what was it? It's the vampire one. Red Band? What was it? I remember the fucking game. It came out that same year and it was ass. It was essentially their Concord. Oh God. I don't remember what it's called. Fucking just dog shit in the water. Then you got your fucking representative Philip came out there and pretty much said, this shit wasn't fair from the get-go. Really? That's what happened? Like, what the fuck? And then he went and had this weird conversation where he acted like he was the victim. Y'all caught back from, just fucking ruined everything. Xbox will always be the company that takes the win out of my fucking sales. No matter what happens, if I ever want to bum myself the fuck out, just ask me about Xbox in the gaming industry. That will bum me the fuck out so quick. Waste my fucking time. Actually, what you know what? I'm gonna check something real quick. Best games for Xbox. And Hellblade will be on here, but you can play that on PC. Game best Xbox Series X games. Let's see. Let's see what people would say are the best games for an Xbox Series X. Let's see what people would say. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's right. Indiana Jones. I completely forgot about it. Completely forgot about that. Indiana Jones. We'll see how long that takes before that gets ported. Actually, I think it's already been confirmed to be getting ported. Right? Isn't Indiana Jones getting ported? Stalker 2 is a third-party game. Metaphor is a third-party game. Star Wars Outlaws is a third-party game. Like a Dragon is a third-party game. Dragon's Dogma 2 is a third-party game. Baldur's Gate 3 is a third-party game. Hellblade 2, can't fucking buy a disc version of it, but hey, that's on PC though. Control, third-party. Destiny 2, third-party. Elden Ring, third-party. Forza Horizon 4. Forza. It's fucking Forza. Gears Tactics. Hi-Fi Rush. The IP. Xbox doesn't even own the IP for that anymore. Halo Infinite. Didn't fucking finish the game. Hitman 3. Third-party game. Microsoft Flight Simulator. It's in the title. Sea of Thieves. Sea of Thieves has been around since the fucking Xbox One. So, what am I looking forward to in Xbox in 2025? What are their plans for 2025? The same thing it's been for the last 3 or 4 years. Release something in Game Pass. Release something in Game Pass and probably a new controller variant. Because we always get a new fucking controller variant from them. Because I always wanted a new fucking controller variant from Xbox. It's not like we don't have 16 of them bitches. Fucking waste of time and money. My God. My God. What the hell's going on? So, I'm just mad, bro. It's kind of an Xbox exclusive because it technically was made by, I think Sea of Thieves is only on, it might be on PC. Nothing Xbox has is true exclusive, but it's the closest thing they have to an exclusive next to like Halo and Forza. God damn. So I've reached my end of giving a fuck. I've hit my wall. See, these on PS5? When the hell did that happen? I should have started with Xbox because now I'm just mad. I should have started with Xbox because now I'm just mad. Oh, God damn it. And I'm doing my McDonald's too. Now I'm just angry. I hate it. I hate this. I hate it. I hate it. What is this? Oh, are you shitting me? Oh my God. Oh my God. It came out last year? This company is dog shit. Lord almighty, this is company dog shit. I hate it. I fucking hate it. I hate it. Jesus Christ. I think what I'm going to respectfully do is give you guys an option. Either I'm going to end this stream and say fuck it because that kind of bummed me out. And just say that I'm looking forward to new Nintendo Switch stuff in 2025, realistically. In games. I mean, we still got stuff coming from Capcom and Square Enix and stuff like that. Don't get it. And Sega. Don't get it twisted. We have games to look forward to. But as far as console manufacturers, bro. As far as console manufacturers, holy shit. Holy shit. Yeah, go. You know what? Actually, this is around the time you start streaming. Tyrone, link your Twitch, and we're just going to transition to that because it's going to remind me of something very pure in my life. No matter what goes wrong and how shit Xbox is as a gaming company, and all it takes is a little bit of Nintendo to fix any problem you have. That is the moral of tonight's stream. When shit gets bad, pick up your Switch, your Game Boy, your 3DS, your Wii, your Wii U, and just enjoy some quality video games. I'm going to go drink this drink and then take a massive shit because my colon hurts for obvious reasons. And everyone go and support Tyrone's Twitch stream. So Tyrone, link your Twitch. Link the Twitch in the chat so people can go follow it. And we're going to get the fuck out of here because I'm bummed out. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. Ruined some more shit, Xbox. Nintendo, give me a direct announcement because this shit ain't cutting it, okay? It's not like I don't know you're going to put out some quality, but that Xbox talk really bums me the fuck out. Thank you, Donnie. You posted the Twitch. Everybody go to Tyrone's channel. Everybody go to Tyrone's channel and enjoy some Mario Kart. I'm getting off because Xbox made me mad, okay? I might get in the call with Tyrone, but for right now, Xbox made me mad, so I don't care right now. I gotta go relieve my colon because this shit has angered and stressed me the fuck out. But thank you all for watching and coming and enjoying my the stream. Tomorrow we will be on Twitch playing Mario and Luigi Brothership, so look forward to that. But with that being said, life is a game. Play to win. And remember, in Nintendo, we trust. Remember, in Nintendo, we trust. Life's a game, play to win. Peace out. Peace out!